给我画个反面的棍啊！你是啊？那个那个叫什么？ My testing, my testing. Can you guys hear my voice? I think we'll delay a little bit, but I hope the delay is acceptable. But here actually says YouTube is not receiving enough. Oh my god. But here actually says the delay is okay. I'm not really sure what is going on here. You guys can hear, right? So maybe I just ignore about the YouTube say that arrow. I have no idea what happened to the stream hell. Okay, just ignore it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just test about the delay. Okay, seems everything is okay. Alright, then let's check out these questions. Yeah, if any one of you couldn't hear me or updates me, please, because my OBS here show everything is like very fine. Drop frame is like 0%. This is my experience bufferings. Any one of you experience buffering? Yes or no? No buffering, so all good. Okay. Then I just ignore about the YouTube signal. Okay, so we come to these questions. A district council constructs a parabola steel frames to hang a banner. So I assume the banner is somewhere at the middle here. So the diagram 3 actually show the front view of the steel frame. So a rectangular banner ABCD will be hung at the point of the C and D, such that CD is horizontal. Horizontal assume is parallel to the x-axis. And then the height of the AB is from the ground is like 1 meter. So here we have a 1 meter here. So the edge of the AB are tied vertically to the point of G and H respectively. Is given that the gradient of the function is 6 minus 2x and the distance of GH is 2 meter. And then we have the distance for G to H is 2p meter, sorry. And then show that the distance of EH is 2 plus p meter. Okay, I think the only challenging part for this question, right, is you do not know where is the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, x-axis is actually quite easy to guess because we will always just assume the ground is basically x-axis. So I believe a lot of students will get the x-axis correct, which is just take the ground. So this one will be x-axis. But the y-axis, right, sometimes I will take middle, sometimes I will take this end, sometimes I will take this end. So it's very depend what is my vertex point. So in these cases, since I already have the gradient, then I can easily find my turning point, isn't it? Because turning point happen when dy dx equals to 0, right? So my gradient function is my dy dx. So 6 minus 2x will equal 0, then x equals to 3. So therefore, I know my turning point here, the x value will be 3. So if x is 3, when you see x-axis and y-axis, right, you should know x is 3 is somewhere here, isn't it? Because we have 0, 1, and 2, and 3, isn't it? So then I will guess my y-axis is somewhere here. Okay, some student might ask, sir, why don't you draw the y-axis like nearer to 3 or something like that? We try not to do that. Then the more information we needed to find to get the distance of EH. So I will not choose anywhere at the middle. I will just take E as my origin. Okay, so just now we know the distance here is 2p, right? The question tell me is 2p. So if I divide into the half here, then the distance here will be p and p. Okay, then some student might ask, sir, how do you know that one is a half? Because this is parabola shapes. If we draw a axis symmetry, we always divide things into the half one. Because this is the reason why they call axis symmetry, right? Mean I can divide any parabola shape into the half lah. So this is the reason why this is P and P. So if I want to find the distance from E to H, you can see E to the middle point here is 3. I mean from E to the turning point here is 3. And the distance here is P, right? So therefore, we got the answer. Therefore, EH equals to 3 plus P. I'm not sure how many marks they get. If they give quite a lot of marks, then maybe you need to show, I think you show this one, turning point, you are fine. Then if you want to be more proper, you just say, okay, this one is the distance of E to turning point plus distance from turning point to H. So this is 3 plus P. Then say shown. But normally, no, we don't need to do the working like this lah. Okay, because I think I have no point of writing, because it's quite obvious this is 3 plus P. Okay, then next part, hence express the area L of the banner. So in these cases, I think the question design is less perfect because it doesn't tell us the rectangle, I mean ABCD is L. But of course we know ABCD is a banner, isn't it? So I just assume L actually is the area of ABCD. So in order to get that thing, we know this is 3. So the x coordinate of C we can easily find, right? Because it's 3 plus P. But we do not know what is the y coordinate of C. Yeah. Because some student might ask, sir, why do you need to actually get the y coordinates? Because we need it to know our distance here. Because from ground to the B is 1, right? The distance here is 1. But then I want to know the B to C. So there's few things I can do. First thing is I will integrate the dy dx to get the equation of curve. Okay, I will integrate the gradient function to get the equation of the curve. But after I integrate the gradient function, I will actually get a plus c. I need a coordinate to help me to find c. So the easiest coordinate is I will take the coordinate f. Why I choose the f? Because this is 3 unit, here will be 3 unit as well. Then f will be 6 here. I mean the x will be 6, so it will be 6, 0 for coordinate f. Make sense? So from the y-axis to the f is 6 unit. So this one is 6, 0. Then I will use the 6, 0 to actually help me to find my c. So when my x is 6, y is 0, then my c is just 0. So I got my equation of the curve is just 6x minus x squared. Then now I can get the coordinate of y. I just need to substitute when x equals to 3 plus p into here to get my y coordinate 6, 3 plus p minus 3 plus p squared. Yeah, we just solve this one. 18 plus 6p minus 9 plus 6p plus p squared. So 6p minus 6p gone. 18 minus 9 is 9 minus p squared. So this is my y coordinate. Now I have the coordinate x and y now. This is 9 minus p squared for my coordinate c. So if the total height here is 9 minus p squared, then I can easily know what is my b to c, right? Because 9 minus p squared is from the ground to the point c. But remember they hang the banner at a meter. So from the ground still have 1 meter, isn't it? So therefore BC will be 9 minus p squared minus the meter 1 meter. So minus 1. So it's 8 minus p squared. So after I got the BC, now I can find the L. L is basically is something like length times width, isn't it? AB is 2p. So it's just 2p multiply BC. Okay? 8 minus p squared. So I will get my L here easily. 16p minus 2p cubed. Done. Okay, this is how we get the 6 mark. I believe quite a lot of things you need to do. First is you need to find the EH. By understand the turning point, dy dx equals 0. Okay, then you already got the distance EH already. Then you need to find the equation of the curve. So in order to find the equation of the curve, you need to know your x-intercept to find the c. Once you got the whole equation, you will sub in the x-coordinate of the coordinate c to find the coordinate y, so that eventually you can know the width of the rectangle. Yeah, a lot of knowledge needed here. Okay, 6 mark, we done. B. Okay, if the cost to make the banner is 40 ringgit per meter square, calculate the total cost to the nearest RM to make the banner such that the area is maximum. I think it's not hard to understand area is maximum, right? That's mean we differentiate area, we will get 0. We differentiate area, we will get 0. So I will just differentiate this one. I will get 16 minus 6p square equals 0. So then p square will equals to 8 over 3 lah. You can just solve this one yourself. P is square root 8 over 3. So after I got the p here, am I finding p now? No. I want to know what is my maximum area. I'm finding area. So after you got a p, you must sub back to the original equation to find the area. Because each meter square, they will charge 40 ringgit ma. So I want to know my area equals to how many meter square. Then times 40, then I can know the total cost. Okay? So this is square root 8 over 3 minus 2 square root 8 over 3 power of 3. Okay, since quite hard to type, so in my calculator, I love to use the calculate button. So you can see you wondering, sir, why you are so weird one, you type the x over there? Because I want to use the calculate button and tell it I have something like 8 over 3. I think I better put a bracket. Wait, square root, then I put a bracket, 8 over 3, close the bracket, 2 times. Okay, never mind, I believe it's correct. 42 meter square. And each meter square, they will charge 40 ringgit, right? So I'll multiply, and 40. And round off to the nearest number. Multiply 40. So it should be RM 697. Done. So this is the total cost. Because every meter square, they will charge me the 40 ringgit, right? Yep. So this is how I get the so-called 10-mark questions. So yeah, I believe this one is a differentiation questions. But he joined a little bit with a quadratic. Needs some of the quadratic knowledge. But actually it's a maximum minimum problem lah. And then they want to make it small k but a little bit. So they actually add the criteria of the money into it to ask you to calculate the cost lah. Mean more related to the real life problem. Cool? Is there anything you guys want to ask me before I move on to the next questions? Is the chart okay? Trying to type something to make sure the chart is alright. Yeah, and then now can give a lot of love, a lot of smiling face, a lot of 100. Oh my god, so high tech already now, the live stream. Okay, so at least can type something. Come, type some love to me, please. Be more kind. And help me to like the video as well if you are here. Because I only have 1 like. It's like so pity. Okay, so let's move on to the second question. Alright, I think this question that got some printing error or typing error here. Okay, why? Because I checked the marking scheme, right? There's no way they ask me to find the BQ in K1. So they are, no way they find the OB. I don't think they want to find the OB. I think they want to find the what? BQ, is not mistaken. They want to find the BQ. So for question A2, I changed to find BQ. I was a bit blurred when I saw this question in SPM that time. Yeah, I think the question 7 was one of the difficult question because after the last, after your SPM exam last year, a lot of students PM me about that questions. Yeah, I believe that question quite a lot of students might not able to do. Because the difficult question, they will always want you to draw your x-axis and y-axis by yourself. So depend how good you can understand the equation. So how to be as good as you in MF? Do ton of the MF questions. You can't believe how many MF questions I have been through in these 10 years maybe. So when you see a lot of MF question, and then a lot of time the student will throw me some difficult questions, it make me think. So how to train your critical thinking is you really need to look into a lot of questions you might not able to solve. And then from the process you cannot solve to you master it, then yeah, your math skill improve. But and at the process, even me also have a lot of struggling one when I see those like K-bar question or some challenging questions. But then once I learn from it, then I slowly my math skill become better and better lah eventually. Okay, come to these questions. Yeah, you kind of need to read a lot of words here, information here. So first thing is OC equals to 3OA. They tell me OA equals to A, then OC will equals to 3A. Okay, this is first thing I will get from here. Then O to A is 1A, O to C is 3A, then here will be double A lah. Not sure do I need to use the whole thing or half of it. Okay, OB is equals to B, so here will be B. Normally I will draw the arrow and I label it at the same time. Bro, MF Fresh card can buy already. Yeah, for the MF Fresh card I actually got the sample already. I'm not sure anyone of you interested in this Fresh card. Yeah, I actually got the sample already. Yeah, and I bring around all the sample here. So yep, I have 162 card. But then because right now the card is still in the production, so the fastest, if you want to purchase, the fastest you can get, I believe, is early December. So yeah, few SPM students approach me, say, sir, is it enough time because our exam is on February? Depends how many cards you want to memorize per day. Let's say if each day you can memorize like 10 cards, then you will take 16 days to memorize all of them. So yeah, depends how many cards you want to memorize each day lah. But because I get the card on the early December, so I think the time I ship to you maybe is the first week or second weeks. Means the card on your hand, right, will be first week or second week of December. So I really can't promise like you can finish all the card here. But anyways, yeah, the sample is quite okay, quite satisfied. So I will make a short videos like open box video in my YouTube channel soon to show the card. Yeah, later the break hour, maybe I will show some of the photo I take also. Yeah. So all the question is 90% look like a try exam paper, which is quite interesting. Oh, then maybe if your try exam paper is actually get from the past year maybe. My trial question is too hard, sir. Which state are you from? Okay, so let's continue this one. So AP equals to 1 over 3 AB. Alright, so suddenly we have a straight line like this. Okay, because we have A, P, and B here, isn't it? So they say AP, so I prefer to change them into the fraction. And then I change them into a ratio. 1:3. So A to P is ratio 1, A to B is ratio 3. So here will be 2. Okay, I'm not sure I need this ratio or not, but I write it down first. And then lastly, OQ equals to KOP. Okay. I literally done everything needed here. So I want to find the OP. So if I want to find the OP, I will just use which path. OP is basically here, isn't it? So I believe I will choose OA plus AP. Yeah, seems doable. OA is just A. AP will be 1 over 3 of AB, right? And I can find AB. AB is 1 over 3 AB, right? And then AB is AO plus OB, isn't it? So it's negative A plus B. Yeah. Am I in the right track? Yeah, I believe I'm okay. So A minus 1 over 3A plus 1 over 3B. So I should get 2 over 3A plus 1 over 3B. Done. Okay, this is how I get the OP. But in the exam, maybe I will skip some step lah. Johor states are quite hard also. I'm from Kedah. Okay, it seems like Kedah's Percuban all are very difficult. Huh? I don't know. School love to give difficult K-Bar questions. But it's fine. Enjoy the K-Bar. This is what I can say. Okay, for part 2, we want to find the BQ in terms of K, A, and B. So in order to have the K here, right, I must use the OQ. Because OQ actually have the KOP, right? OP I already have. I can just sub in this OP here. I just find the OP at the part 1, right? So therefore, I will use OQ. So I will say BQ is BO plus OQ. So BO is negative B. OQ is KOP, right? KOP. And then I will just sub in my OP lah, which is 2 over 3A plus 1 over 3B. And then I will just group whatever B I have lah. So this one will be 1 over 3k b minus b. So I will factorize out the b, become 1 over 3k minus 1 b. Okay, so this is what I will do for my BQ. Okay, once I got both of these, and then they asked me to show this one, BQ is equal to HBC. I already have the BQ. HBC, is it hard to find a BC? Not right, BC actually quite easy to find. Let me find the BC first. So the BC is basically BO plus OC, right? BO will be negative B, OC will be 3A. Okay, then I can easily do BQ equals to HBC. BQ is 2 over 3KA plus 1 over 3K minus 1B equals to H. BC negative B plus 3A. So what we do is we multiply H into both lah. So we will get negative HB plus 3HA. You realize I insist to write the A and B at the last places because I want to do comparing later. So now I will do a comparing A and also comparing B. So if I want to comparing A, that means I will focus on everything beside the A. When I say I want to comparing B, that means I will focus anything beside the B. Do you get what I mean? If you understand, right? So basically 2 over 3k equals to 3h. So maybe h will equal to 2 over 9k, my first equation. Then b, 1 over 3k minus 1 equals to negative h. Okay, so 1 over 3k minus 1 equals to negative. H is 2 over 9k, isn't it? So I will just move this one here and move negative 1 to the other side. So 1 over 3k plus 2 over 9k equals to 1. So you plus them, you should get 5 over 9k equals to 1. Then now I got k equals to 9 over 5. If k equals to 9 over 5, I can find a h. 2 over 9 multiply 9 over 5. My h will be 2 over 5. Done. Okay, so this is a comparing method lah. So the rest I'm doing here is basically the algebra. It's not something very difficult. Then last but not least, they ask you to find about the ratio. So since we already found the h, we will substitute back into the BQ equation. This is 2 over 5 BC. This 2 over 5 is from the h answer just now. So you imagine, let's say this is my B, this is my Q, this is my C. So B to Q is 2, B to C is 5, so this one will be 3, isn't it? This is how we get this thing, isn't it? If you still cannot see this one, you just make it into a fraction, and then you make it into a ratio. Then you know why I say Q to C is 3. So therefore the question asked me to find BQ ratio QC. I will say 2 ratio 3. Done. Okay, it's easy 1 mark question. Basically after you got the H, you sub the H back into the equation just now and then you solve it. Okay, not very difficult, right? Any question you guys want to ask me about this one? Okay, if there's no problem, if the vector comparison can be changed to the metric form, or the metric form only I and J's graph? Yeah, normally, we will do in the column vector, right? I believe you are talking about this column vector, right? Yeah, is literally for the I and j lah, normally for I and j. But I believe you can let lah. Yeah, you can something like, if you want to let this vector, let's say 3a minus 4b example, you can let this one become 3 minus 4. Then the examiner might understand what is going on. But like default, we only do it for I and j. So for C, right, we need to state the ratio. Definitely, the C, they're asking about ratio. Do you see double dot? They're asking about ratio. Then we definitely need to state about the ratio. Okay, so it's very important to understand this comparing method, right? Because what? You check out this equation, right? How many unknown you have? You don't know A, you don't know B, you don't know K, you don't know H. You have 4 unknown. So 4 unknown in one equation, you don't try to do simultaneous. I have so many questions, I mean so many students trying to do simultaneous at this stage. No way. Because simultaneous can only work. You want to find 4 unknown, you need 4 equation. You learn about system equation, right? You want to find x, y, z. How many equations do you have? 3 equations, isn't it? So you want to find 4 unknown, you need 4 equations. But eventually you only got 1 equation. So if 1 equation you want to find a loss of unknown, comparing is a must use method. Okay? I hope at least you get some idea why we need to use comparing. So why can't I substitution? No way you can do it with substitution. Okay. This question, I think they purposely want to trap student a little bit. But yeah, let's have a look. So the mass of the police cadet member in the school normally distributed with a means of 60 kg. So mean will be 60 kg. So it's given that the probability the police cadet member chosen randomly from the school have the mass less than 61 kg is 0.9772. Okay, so what is this probability? 0.9772. This is the probability for all the cadet police have the weight less than 61 kg. So, if 8 cadet police member are chosen random from the school, find the probability that all the 8 member have the mass less than 61 kg. You see, the tricky part is the above sentence tell you it's a normal distribution. Then a lot of students start to do the bell shape already. But then suddenly they give you the n value. And then they give you the R value. All the 8 member, right? It suddenly become binomial. So, and binomial we must know what is P and Q, right? If not, there's no way we do binomial. This is the reason why they use back the same number, less than 61 kg. Oh, so this normal distribution answer suddenly become the P of the binomial, 9772. P equals to 0.9772. Then, of course, I expect you know the Q. Q is 1 minus P, isn't it? So it's 0.0228. Okay, so right now, my N is 8. I have 8 cadet police. All of them have the weight less than 61 kg. So I just apply the formula. X equals to R. NCR PR Q minus QN minus R lah. So 8C8 P is 9772 power of 8 and Q power of 0 lah. You want to insert Q or do you want to insert Q also, never mind. But I just insert lah. If not, oops, sorry. So 8C8 is 1, power of 0 is 1, so I only need to type this one, 0.9772 power of 8. So probability is 8315. Done. This is a part 1. Part 2. And most 8 member have the mass less than 61 kg. So that means, and most mean maximum, right? So x must be less than equals to 6. So in order to do this one, right, of course you can plus 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but so many. I prefer use 1 to minus. I do not want, which is 7 and 8. So 8 I already got, which is this one. 7 I haven't do, so I do 8c7 p 9772 power of 7 and 0. Ayo, not enough space. Never mind. 0228 power of 1 minus 0.8315. So yeah, this one 8c7 is 8 lah. Multiply 0.9772 power of 7 multiply 0.0228. Okay, 1 minus 0.1552 minus 0.8315. 1 minus my answer minus 0.8315. 0.01329. Done. Alright, here I give you the tips using this calculator, but this one is not encourage students to use very often because you see this calculator, right? This calculator got something called binomial CD. C stands for the cumulative distribution. So by binomial CD, this calculator default, right, is less than equals to A. So you can only use that function when this sign is less than equal. Do you see? So let's try for fun. If I go here, do you see binomial PD? I go down. Do you see binomial CD? I press 1. I choose variable here. So my x right now is 6. My n is 8. My p is 0.99772. When I press enter, see what calculator tell me the final answer. Do you see? Straight away tell me the final result. Normally the last digit will have 0.1 different because the calculator is way too accurate because our answer here is round off already but then the calculator will not round off. They will take all the like 12 or 14 decimal. So yeah, so will be last digit will be 1 different but normally it's totally fine. Means when I do binomial CD, right, the calculator will plus all the number from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the reason why I type 6. Yeah. But a lot of students trying to use this one without knowing this calculator default is less than equal. That means if today you have x is less than 6, you type 6 here confirm wrong already. Then you need to change this one to 5. Because 5 have equal sign, isn't it? Because these two are the same in binomial. In normal distribution, they are not the same. But in binomial, they are the same. You get what I mean? Then you need to insert x as a 5. So I not encourage students to do is because students always forget about this thing. And then they just simply type any number, eventually got the wrong answer. But if you can memorize this one, then you are fine. Okay, go back to B. If a police cadet member is chosen random from the school, find the probability that the mass is less than. Okay, now finally we have some normal distribution. So the mass is less than 60.5. So we will change this one to the Z. So we will minus the mean. Mean is it 61 or mean is 60? Minus the means, divide standard deviation. We do a standard deviation. Alright, of course, there's a way I find standard deviation using a binomial. This is when I teach the higher level. We can use the binomial. Okay, but this one I haven't checked the marking scheme. We can use the binomial standard deviation into a normal distribution in the condition is NP and NQ must be bigger than 5. This is what you will learn in A level or SPM or matriculation or even university. But in these cases, right, how many Kinematics do I have? The question doesn't say. Of course, A they say 8, right? But B I don't think it related to the A. Okay, but if we don't do that, there's almost no way we can get standard deviation, right? Okay, so we ignore the condition since we have limited information. So we just do just do it square root MPQ to get our standard deviation. Huh? But we don't have n also. Should we assume the n is 8? Ayo, why like that one? If a Parabolic find the probability that the mass is less than 60.5 kg. Are they using back the A answer? Cannot be, right? (61 minus 60) divide by standard deviation equals to 1.99999. I mean, how do you get that one? (60) is mean. If a Parabolic is chosen at random, find a probability the mass is less than this one. Okay, z is equal to x minus mean over standard deviation. We have, this is 60.5. Mean we have 60. Standard deviation we do not know. But how do you know, Kevin, how do you know it's 1.999? Does the question give us anything about that? Oh yeah, we can use back this thing, isn't it? I'm so stupid, man. I can use this one to find the standard deviation. My brain is stuck. So, yeah, this one is 61 minus 60 over standard deviation equals to 0.99. Yeah, equals to 0.9772. Yeah, so by solving this one, I should be able to solve it and get the standard deviation. So I will use the inverse normal in the calculator. Of course, you can use a table lah. So the area is 9772. So this one is 61 minus 60 divided standard deviation is 1.999. Now I can get a standard deviation. This is 1, right? Standard deviation is 1 over 1.999. So 1 divided by 1.999. So my standard deviation is 0.5. Yeah. So now I can do the less than 60.5, right? Just now the question say. Yeah. Less than 60.5. Now I can change to the z. Do the x minus mean over standard deviation. So the z must be less than 0.5 divided by 0.5 is 1. So less than 1, I can use this calculator by normal CD also. Lower is negative 10 power of 99. It basically means infinity. This is a positive 1. So the probability is 8413. Done. Yeah. Okay. 5 mark. Yeah, so I believe you have about 2 to 3 mark to find standard deviation. Then the rest is here lah. Alright, I hope you get it. If you didn't get it, feel free to ask over there. And yeah, feel free to type a lot of 100 here so that you can get 100 mark in MF. Okay, number 10. So we have a straight line AB intersect with this y squared equals to x plus 9 at a point A. So the gradient of the tangent at point A, so it's quite easy, we have the x already, right? So y will equals to the square root, right, of this thing. So we want to do the dy dx, power move to the front, copy this one. Or you get 3 mark finding standard deviation. Yeah, there's a lot, man. -1, differentiate inside. So, yep. Then the x is -5, right? Because they want the tangent at the A, right? So the x is -5. Sub into that. So my dy dx should be 1/2. -5 plus 9 is 4. 4 power of -1/2 is 1/2, right? So you should get 1/4. Yeah, we're done. Yeah, you can type in the calculator. Then find the area of shaded region. Area of shaded region, maybe I do dy. Okay, so if I want to do a dy, right, this is a to b dy. Here must be x as a subject. Or maybe I do dx. Should I do dx or dy in these cases? Yeah, I think I can do the dy. Let me find out the h first. But then, because I do dy, right, I will need to minus this triangle. Yeah, you should be able to see a triangle here, isn't it? Let me just highlight this triangle. Yeah, we need to minus this purple color triangle if I do dy. Okay, I need to find out the h first. So I will sub the whole thing into the equation. When h equals to y, then this one is 4 power 1/2. So the h is just basically 2 lah. So the h is 2. So h is 2 here. Then the triangle is quite easy to find, right? Because here is from 1.5 to 2 is 0.5. And then here is 5. So this is 5, this is 0.5. So this area of triangle is half time base time height. So it should be 5/4, right? Okay, after done the area of triangle, now I can find the area of shaded region. If I make x as a subject, the equation is what? Y squared minus 9, isn't it? So I just integrate this one a lot easier. So I will integrate from 0 to 2 dy. Oh, but then it's at the left hand side of the y-axis, so the whole thing will be negative. Then I better add the modulus also. So my y squared minus 9 dy here. So, and then I want to minus the triangle 5/4. So here I should get y cubed over 3 minus 9y 0 to 2 modulus it minus 5/4. So I will sub in the 2 8/3 minus 18 modulus it minus this thing. So go back to the 8/3 minus 18. So yep, we got 46/3 after modulus. So multiply -1. So we modulus it already, minus 5/4. Yep, so my final answer is 14.08. Done. Okay, so this is I do dy lah. I believe if you want to do dx, you can also. But if you do dx, right, you need to integrate the the equation with the square root lah. So it will be slightly more difficult a bit, but I strongly believe you will get the same answer lah. So if anyone do dx but cannot get the answer, you can come to me, okay? So the volume generated in terms of pi when the region of the curve, when paused by the curve, the straight line y equal to h, y-axis and x-axis, 360 degree on the y, about the y-axis. So basically right now you have a line like this, y equals to h, right, this line. Basically h already know lah, is y equals to 2. So basically right now, they want to rotate everything here. Powered by the curve x-axis and y-axis. They want to rotate everything here on the y-axis lah, 360 degree. So if you want to rotate on the y-axis, we all know the volume formula, right? Pi a to b dy here must have x squared. But the problem is, check my equation, I don't have x squared. I only have x. So what we do here is, we square both sides. We square here, we square here. But you can't integrate y squared minus 9 straight away, so you have no choice but expand it. Y power 4 minus 18y squared plus 81. So you need to integrate this one. So my volume equals to pi, integrate from 0 to 2 also. Y power 4 minus 18y squared plus 81. Okay, dy. Okay, so this one is basically quite easy. Power plus 1, y power 4 plus 1, 5. Divide by total power you have. And then y power of 2 plus 1 become 3. Divide by 3. Number only, add a y for it. Then this is 0 and 2. So basically you sub the 2 into it and then you minus it sub the 0 lah. So sub the 2, you get 32 over 5 minus 18, 8 over 3 plus 81, 2. Alright, so if I do this one, I will just play some cheating here. I will just insert everything here. So I ensure my answer is always correct. Minus 18 x squared plus 81 from 0 to 2. So I know my final answer should be this one. 120 and 4. Done. Paper 2 seemed a lot easier. Yeah. I think it's acceptable lah, because a lot of 10 mark question here, isn't it? Okay, so far so good. I hope you guys at least learn something from here. Alright, okay, we will have a short break. Never mind, let me finish linear law, then we have a short break. Okay, so this one. Linear law, I'm not going to plot, but I will teach you lah, as usual. So they ask us to plot y squared x, again the x, isn't it? So later, your graph will be, you forgot the pi. Yeah, thank you for that. I forgot the pi. Yeah. Should have a pi. Yeah, this is a good thing, having the moderator will remind me about my carrots. So your graph, you want to sketch something like y sub x, again x. Okay, this is your graph. And you check the table, you don't have the y squared x table, right? Then you have to add this table by yourself. How to do this table is very easy. In your calculator, you insert the y value, like negative 4.7. And then you multiply the square root of your x value, which is 1. Then you get the first one, negative 4.7. Then the second one, you do the same thing, negative 0.79. And then multiply the 2, because the x value now is 2, isn't it? Then you get the next one. 2 decimal will be good lah, 1, 1. Okay, but here is all integer, right? All integer, then 1 decimal is enough lah. Because it's how many decimal depend on your scale. If your 2 centimeter with certain scale is 1 decimal, then the value you find just add on 1 decimal lah. Okay, example. So let's say they say 2 centimeter to 0.2 unit. Do you see this is 1 decimal? Then your table need to have 2 decimal. Add 1 more decimal. Let's say this one is 0.02. 3 decimal, right? Then your table need to have 4 decimal. Because as your graph paper, every 2 centimeter you have 10 grid inside, right? So you can only see 1 more decimal. There's no way you see 2 more decimal one. You get what I mean? Okay, so yeah, then you will do this one yourself. I'm not going to do with you. So then you will just sketch a graph easily. Okay, then we need to solve this one. So we need to know what is our gradient and what is our c. So I will solve this equation. So this equation tell me what? Ay b sub x plus 1 over sub x. So since I want to have something like y sub x, again x, right? So from this graph itself, if I want to write out the y equals to mx plus c, my y is y sub x, right? Equals to mx plus c. This is my objective. I want to get some equation look like this. So first thing is, do you see I don't have a in front, so I will divide a for every single one. So that I no more a, I only left a y here. And then I want to have y sub x, isn't it? So I will multiply sub x for every single one so that I can have y sub x now. Sub x multiply sub x become x power 1. 1. So this sub x cancel. You got 1 over a. Done. So from here, this one is my gradient. This one is my c. Why is it important to get your c? Because you need to find the a, right? So later, if you draw a straight line example, you got the straight line like this. This is a c. And what is the c value? C value is 1 over a, right? So let's say, this one, let's say you will touch, in this case, you will touch at some negative value, I believe. Okay, let's say this one is negative 5. Yeah, your x-axis, I believe, will be somewhere above lah. So let's say this is negative 5. Example, you don't tell me, sir, I don't get negative 5. I just randomly take any random number to help student understand me. So this one is a c, right? So your 1 over a will be negative 5. Then your a will be negative 1 over 5. This is just the example, okay? This is how you quickly find the a. And then how do you find the b? You need to have a gradient, right? Then you take any 2 points from the table. The new table, not the original table. Then you do this one. Yeah, then you insert b over a. b. A, you got it just now, right? Negative 1 over 5. Insert it, solve it. Then you can easily get your b. Cool? Yeah. Yeah, so I accidentally solved the a and b already. Then this one, find the value of y when x equals to 5.7. So this one, you find where is your 5.7. And then maybe you will get some value. Maybe you get a value 2 here. Don't be so happy straight away say y equals to 2. It's wrong. Why? Because you are no longer on the y-axis. That axis, right, is y square root 5.7 equals to 2. Because it's y sub x, isn't it? Your x is 5.7, so y sub x. So y should equal to 2 over sub 5.7. Type in the calculator, you get the final answer. So this one, whatever value you get is very dependent on your straight line. So you need to ensure you draw your straight line carefully. Cool? Yeah, then we're done. 10 mark. Linear law, I say always is one of the easiest questions to get a 10 mark in SPM. Okay, so we will have the short break, then we will continue we will choose 2 questions from section C to end the class today. So let's have a short break. I will show you some of my product photo also. Alright, let's do the solution of triangle. So in these cases, we have quadrilateral, and then JKMN, the whole thing is a L here. It's given that K to N is square root P, okay? And then we have KMN is 110. Okay, then here will be 100, here will be 40 degree lah. Okay, this is all the information we have. It asks us to find the P. Yeah, we can use a cosine rule lah. So yeah, square root P square is equals to A square plus B square. Sorry, why I write a B? I mean 12 square minus 2, 10, 12, and then cos 60, right? Yeah, just like that lah. Square and square root cancel. I got a P here. Then this one just type the calculator lah. 10 square plus 12 square minus 2 times 10 times 12 times, oh my god, calculator, change back to the degree, cos 60. So 124. Okay, no, I don't want to cancel it. They asked me to, because P, square root P, if I square root this one, I believe I got the same thing also lah. Yeah, P is still 124. Okay. Yeah, so I think I can cut at the very beginning, just 124. Because P is not the length. Square root P is the length. Okay, so I can just cut, they get 124. Okay, done. And they want me to find the L, I want to find the whole area. So you want to find the whole area, right? Then I still do the square root 124 first, to get the idea about this one, 2 third 31 here. Okay, then I want to find the area. Okay, just now I'm doing A square equals to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. Just in case some student a bit lost, I'm using this method to find the length. Now I want to use the area which is half AB sine C. Okay, so in order to use this one, I will have double triangle, right? So I will use for first and second. So first is the area of what? JKN first. So it's 1 over 2, 10, 12 sine 60. Or I can straight away do all together lah. I just say L, then I plus the second triangle, which is 1 over 2. Oh my god, second triangle, I need to find one more length. Okay, I want to find a MN. Okay, I let MN equals to X. So X over sine 40, I use the sine rule, equals to 2 third 31 over sine 110. Then I can know the length X now is just 2 third 31 over sine 110 multiply sine 40. So 7.617. Okay, so now I can use the formula AB. This is 2 third 31 and 7.617, and then sine 30 degree. Oh my god, this is just like this, we get 8 mark. Yeah, this one considered not too bad. Then you type everything carefully lah, make sure you doesn't make any carrier mistake. Then you should be very fine. 2 third 31 multiply 7.617 multiply sine 30. Okay, 73.17 centimeter square. Done about L. Then here they ask us to sketch the new triangle with certain condition, must be different shapes lah. So KM same with KM. So that means length of KM must remain the same. So KM must remain the same. Same length, so KN must remain the same also. K to N must remain the same length also. And then one of the angle must remain the same also, which is which is the KNM. Ayo, don't move, man. KNM. Yeah, this 30 degree must remain the same. So if 30 degree must remain the same, right? So that means this line, these two lines, I will not touch it. Because why I don't even have two pens? Imagine if you have these two lines, I must remain this 30 degree, right? That means these two lines, I cannot move a little bit. 30 degree right now, it becomes 31, 32 if I move any of these two lines. But I can make it longer or shorter. But I cannot move up and down. Do you get what I mean? I want to remain this 60 degree untouched. So the only thing I will do is I will move the isosceles triangle for my MK. So you just imagine I make it bigger so that easier for me to explain. So yeah, so this one is my MK, right? So I will just draw an isosceles triangle for my MK. Yeah, why this MK looks so ugly one? Okay, just imagine this is MK. This 30 degree. Oh no. Oh, they want to remain the same. Sorry. Then I will move this only line. Cannot. I will move MK, right? Yeah. Does the question say MKN must remain the same also? If I move this, that two line cannot move. K and M. This 30 degree, this two line must not be moving. So I move this one. I'll move this one. But if I move in the, I can move like this. I can move like this. Yeah, correct. Okay. So this is the original one. Okay, but I want to ensure they have the same length. So I move like this. And then I extend this line. Okay, this is my new K, new N. Okay, my original M move to the new M here. Do you see? I fulfill the condition. This length doesn't change. But this angle from 110 change to 70 degree lah. Okay, so then I got the new triangle. Okay, this one will be my new triangle. Okay, so I hope you understand how to do this one. Okay, linear programming confirm I skip one. I don't like index number. It's a kinematic hard. Let's do kinematic. My favorite is kinematics. Okay, so the diagram 7 show two particles A and B move along the straight line. So, okay. An instant t equals 0, particle A and B move from the point M and N respectively. So at this moment, time is 0. So the displacement S from the point M for the particle A and B given by two different equations respectively. Okay, state that t is a time in a second, or such that, okay, so find the initial velocity of the particle A and B. This one is very border smart. So I write down this one. T cubed plus 4t squared plus 5t. Another one will be t cubed minus t squared plus 4t plus 18. Okay, so velocity is differentiate, right? 3t squared plus 8t plus 5. So I don't need to read all the percentage from the index number. So initial means what? When time equals to 0, VA is 5. Done. Do you see? If you love differentiation, definitely choose this one. 3t squared minus 2t plus 4. So when time equals to 0, this b, why I write a. Velocity b. Sub 0 into here, you get 4. Done. 3 mark. Easily put into the pocket. So find the distance traveled by the particle A and B at the instant they collide. Okay, in order to collide, right, both of them must meet, right? So in order to find when they will meet, I will do SA equals to SB lah, because they must in the same displacement, then only they can collide, right? So let's solve this one. T cubed plus 4t squared plus 5t equals to t cubed minus t squared plus 4t plus 18. T cubed and t cubed I cut. 5t squared I solve. Plus 1t I solve. Minus 18 equals to 0. I hope I can factorize it. 5t and t. 2 and 9. So this is plus and minus. Ayo, the number, I don't like this kind of number, man. But yeah, I hope I didn't make any kind of mistake here. Okay, so t will equal to 9 over 5 when they collide. So I want to know how far they travel in order to make the collide, right? Yeah, find the distance traveled by particle A and B. Okay, so you basically sub this one into the A lah. So t equal to 9 over 5, you sub into the A and B lah. See how far they move lor. 9 over 5 power of 3 plus 4. 9 over 5 power of 2 plus 5. 9 over 5. Okay, but I'm lazy person, I will use x to represent it lah. Plus 4x squared plus 5x. Then calculate 9 over 5. So they travel like 27.792. I hope they doesn't U-turn at any time here. 4 mark, man. Don't let me do too much. 9 over 5 cube minus 9 over 5 square plus 4 9 over 5 plus 18. Okay, so x power of 3 minus x square plus 4x plus 18. Calculate 9 over 5. Yeah, both, yeah, in the same displacement, man. Yeah, so what am I doing? Do one of it can already. Why I do both? Then, which one is the origin? Yeah, because they move at the same time, right? So I believe that from here, because they're saying both moving at that direction, right? Yeah. I guess the particle A actually moving faster than particle B, yes. So eventually, they will meet after both of them also. Okay, when I put, because I want to know displacement, right? So I sub t equals to 0 into both of the equation. If I sub into the s, right, you realize s actually getting 0, right? So your displacement, I mean, you sub into the a here. You realize 0, 0 plus 0, isn't it? So displacement is here. But you sub into the b, right? You realize you will get 18. So I guess the displacement for this one is 18. S here is 18, here is 0. So they will meet at 27.792. So both of them going to meet here, A and B. So I will say the particle A travel this distance. Okay. So never mind, I write a shortcut. Distance for A traveling is 27.792. Distance for B should be this one minus 18. They only travel like 9.792. Is this a correct answer? Okay, the B is a little bit difficult, but not like very difficult. But I guess this one should be the correct answer. It's not mistaken. You guys have the marking scheme, isn't it? Let me check the answer. I just don't want to give the wrong thing here. Wait. Yeah, correct. Okay, then last but not least, calculate the acceleration of the particle A and particle B before the collision occur. So we want to differentiate both of them. We want to find acceleration for A, so we differentiate this one again. So we should get 6t plus 8. Then we find the acceleration for B. So that means we differentiate this one again. So we should get something like 6t minus 2. And then that happened at time equals to 9 over 5, right? So I believe we just sub the 9 over 5 into the equation. Then we will get the final answer lah. So 9 over 5 plus 8. Then 6 times 9 over 5 plus 8. Then this one should be 18.8 before that happened lah. Then this one, I will do the same thing, sub the 9 over 5 into it also. So plus 8 become minus 2 lah. So it will be 8.8. Okay, done. It's not like very difficult, but then I would say this kinematic is more difficult than the normal question lah. Because if I see the kinematic question from the any model paper, right, actually it's very easy only. But this one actually, yeah, they want us to think a little bit about the collision. So, but anyways, yep, that's all for the live today. Thank you so much for all of your time. And I hope you benefit from this one because I still have a next appointment I need to rush, or else maybe I will discuss the index number together with you. If any one of you do not understand the index number, you can post at the comment section below. Then I will make a separate video to discuss about that index number. Alright, so I hope you guys learn something from this live streaming. So I will see you guys around on next Thursday. Thanks for coming. See you. Bye bye.